Aloha everybody, and welcome to part 4 of Mega Man Powered Up. And today we are going to be going after Elecman, who originally was weak against Cutman's Rolling Cutter, and this time around he's weak against Oilman's Oil Slider. So let's take out that final Robot Master, why don't we?
Electrifying!
Now, one of my only problems about Mega Man Powered Up that I would bring up is that sometimes the platforming can be a little bit too tight. In fact, in Iceman stage, there was actually one little jump that I made really freaking well that you wouldn't actually think it was way too pixel perfect of a jump to make. But there was. Like, just before you get to where the helicopter things in Iceman stage are, there's this part where you have to hit the first reappearing, disappearing block that I love oh so much, and then you have to hit a second reappearing, disappearing block that I love oh so much. And you can't reach it. You feel like you should have made it, and you can't reach it. And you feel like you should have made it, and okay, you made it there. That jump right there on that screen, that was another example of what I was talking about. Sometimes it feels like the jumps are just a little bit too pixel perfect in Mega Man Powered Up. I don't know if it's because they tried it on the 8-bit Mega Man physics, and for some reason this new Mega Man style kind of drops a little bit faster, or it jumps at a lot stiffer of an angle. I don't know. I don't know why, but it seems like a lot of the jumps could have been play tested a little better, and that sometimes the pixel jumps are just a little bit too pixel perfect, that it really sort of interrupts the flow when you feel like you should have made that jump. Okay, I screwed up that ladder jump. I'll give you that. I hate these helicopter things, I really do. They're so fucking annoying. Where's my magnet beam? I want my magnet beam so bad. Oh god. Anywho. And just some of the jumps in this game, not just Iceman, but in Elecman stage, there's also a very pixel-perfect jump in Wily 4 involving one of the Gutsman platforms that fold in and out that I feel is just a little bit too pixel-perfect. Like, I can do Gutsman stage no problem. I think the platforms are perfectly fine in that level. They're exactly like they were in the original Mega Man game. You know, the very end, you want to sort of run to the end of the last jump because it helps boost your jump distance, you know. One tip for Gutsman level players, I guess. But in Wily 4, there's one particular that I'll be coming up to I feel is just a little too pixel perfect, so that when I'm playing it with a character who isn't Mega Man and or Time Man, I'll tell you why later, but when I play Wily 4 with a character who isn't Mega Man / Time Man, it can be really freaking hard to make that jump sometimes, and I always feel like the worst part of Wily 4 isn't Dr. Wily himself, it's just that damn jump. I hate that jump. So I just want to say sometimes the platforming in this game could have been a little bit better. I would see if I make this. No! I should have made it! Oh, there we go. Again, just some of the platforms feel a little too tight sometimes, that's all I'm saying. It's not even like a big consequence. It's like I'm falling into a pit or into spikes or anything. But, you know, it's just kind of annoying. There's some jumps I just feel like they shouldn't be that hard or that tedious to accomplish, you know? But I digress. Elecman stage, again, I just hate the helicopter fucking things. They kill me the most out of this level because if they're not moving in a good pattern that I want them to, I'm not going anywhere, you know?
Well done! But you say goodbye here. I might even tell you more about me after I win.
I don't have any reason to fight you, Elecman. Come on, let's go home.
You'll never blast through my heart with that kind of attitude. It's really too bad. But I'm going to finish you at lightning speed. Energize!
Now, the good news about Elecman is that his lightning beam will not kill you in 3 hits like it did the original game. But the bad news is his weakness is Oil Slider, and it's one of the worst fucking things in the world. It's very much like Top Man's ability, where you have to sort of get hit by the enemy in order to accomplish it. Here's the thing. You shoot an oil slick on the ground, and then you can ride it to act like a surfboard, and you have to hit Elecman with the surfboard to do the most damage. You can't just shoot oil on him, you have to ride the surfboard. Problem is, you have to do it at an angled jump. If you don't just scratch the top of his head, like I did there, I didn't get hurt that first time because I tipped the top of his head without running into him, I guess. if your feet touch Electman at all, you take damage. So with Electman, I tend to take damage if I want to take him out quickly, right? It's either that or fight him with the Mega Buster. And the dude, he may not kill you in 3 hits anymore, but he's still tough enough that it's kind of annoying to fight him. His special move is that he creates 3 lightning bolts from the sky to rain down upon you, and you have to jump out of the way. It can be easy to dodge, just keep moving. Electman stays where he is when he performs his attack, so you have to make sure you don't jump into Electman. But generally, just before lightning strikes, you want to make sure you jump out of the way, and then jump out of the way, and for that third last one, there's a bit of a delay, and you jump out of the way again. Electman will shoot his Thunder Beam while jumping or while standing. He constantly runs back and forth. He can be a pain in the ass. I just hate that his weakness is that stupid oil surfboard. Ugh!
My! 8 robots and they all ended up like this! Dr. Light, your robots are nothing but junk!
How horrible!
You! Dr. Wily, you are a most foul man!
Feeling sorry for yourself, Dr. Light? You're full of regret, aren't you? Well then, come to my fortress, Castle Wily! I've already sent you an invitation. Don't disappoint me!
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, so with all the Robot Masters dead, a W shows up at the character select screen. Click on it to go to the first level of Wily's castle to face off with... Oh, no! Not the Yellow Devil! Oh, God. And I'm going to take him on hard mode because now I'm going to go through... I'm going from start to finish through this game on hard mode. I don't care. Even though the Yellow Devil is one of the most notoriously difficult bosses in this game. Oh, and a fun fact, you cannot use the pause glitch on this version of Yellow Devil. So, yay! Like the original Wily one, though, this level is fairly short. I think you're going to be spending the bulk of your time fighting the devil himself. A lot of it's actually kind of similar. I mean, the blocks originally could only be destroyed by either Gutsman's Super Arm or Electman's Thunder Beam. This time around, you can use whatever ability you want, since you could play this level with any Robot Master that you want. It couldn't be unbeatable with every character, Generally, it's a pretty standard level, It's super short. I think I take a few nicks here and there, but the real problem is just Yellow Devil himself. With these lava lasers, you can jump down to the pit while they're off, and then jump through. You don't need to ice beam them all. Again, you can play this level as Gutsman or whoever, so they sort of kept that in mind and realized that you shouldn't need powers in order to finish through the Wily Castle. But folks, again, short level, really short, but we are coming up to one of the most notorious bosses. It's easily the longest boss in this game. It's freaking Yellow Devil. Oh, God, not Yellow Devil.
This is a first? A robot made for combat? Well, you're gonna have to get out of my way.
Okay, so in the original Mega Man, Yellow Devil was weak to Thunder Beam. That's what did the most damage, or maybe it passed through his eye twice, so it just felt like it did the most damage. I don't know. But in this game, Thunder Beam doesn't really do that much damage at all in comparison to Fireman's weapon. Fireman is Yellow Devil's new weakness in Mega Man Powered Up. Now, in easy mode, he never actually does his ball morphing abilities thing. He doesn't go from one side of the room to the other in different balls that you have to constantly dodge in easy mode. He just stands there constantly shooting his projectiles at you, and all you have to do is hit his eye multiple times, because, easy mode, huzzah! In normal mode, he does the ball thing still, but you're allowed to hit him. He only shoots like one little laser beam at you. Not a laser beam, he only shoots like one energy ball at you. Since we're playing on hard mode, he does one of two attacks. He will either shoot a laser from the high wall to the bottom, in which case you gotta get real close to his hand so that it doesn't damage you at all. or he'll shoot it along the ground, and you have to make sure you jump at the exact final point so that for some reason it doesn't damage you. Like, it's not here. For some reason it's like, even though the laser's still there, you don't get damaged by it because you jumped at the last second, and that counts as avoiding it somehow. I don't know, it seems weird. I don't know how I figured it out in the first place, but, you know. Hard mode, that laser does a lot of damage, you know. Hell, Yellow Devil's balls do a lot of damage, so you do have to memorize the ball pattern. It is the same thing every time he moves from one side of the room to the other. See, I got damaged because I didn't jump at the exact right final time. I jumped a little too early, so it damaged me. It's too specific. I hate this fucker. The real problem with this guy is that it's just an endurance test. You know, there's no pause glitch to just drain his health really quickly. There's no be-all, end-all super weapon that will just take out half of his health, you know? So you have to go through a lot of waves with this guy. Let's see if I make this jump. There you go, that's the right jump. I didn't get damaged there. But again, Fireman's ability is his weakness. I checked the damage charts on Mega Man Wiki. I was not wrong. Fireman is his weakness. There's no glitch, so this really is just a long endurance test. You constantly have to do the ball thing over and over and over again. And, you know, because it's an endurance test, sometimes when you go into, like, let's say, your 9th time dodging the balls, you accidentally jump at the wrong times just because you've been doing it for so long, you sort of get stressed out or something, you know? It's probably the hardest boss in the game. No, it is the hardest boss in the game. It's really tedious. And, Yellow Devil is just a pain in the ass, you know. He was a pain in the ass in the first game, but there was a glitch to exploit him, and yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But just make sure you're dodging those lasers, dodging those balls, memorize those patterns, and you should be pretty good to take out that yellow bastard. Fuck you, Yellow Devil! I am the Great Clement! I will conquer this game on hard! Nothing can stop me! Nothing, I say!
Welcome home!
Great job! And no injuries, too. Splendid!
Keep on fighting!
Dr. Light, I think I almost died. I was pretty close to death anyway. So now we're taking on the bubble boss, CWU01P. Because that rolls off the tongue. I'll just call him Bubble Boss, because that's what I always called him. In the original Mega Man, this level was actually Wily 3. It wasn't Wily 2. For some reason, they decided to switch it up so that Wily 3 would be the copy robot level. I guess they wanted to throw in the boss rush much later into the castle and not make it start at Wily 2. But I digress. You know, the first part's pretty short, and then you're just flushed through the drainage, and you're constantly getting pushed. You're constantly moving because of the water. You can try running to the left, but it will still push you regardless. And you're just constantly dodging all of these annoying-ass enemies, which move super fast in hard mode, which makes them that much harder to dodge. Gutsman's still the weakness of Bubble Guy, I feel, so you may want to keep Super Arm and not waste it on these blocks leading to the boss. This boss actually is pretty damn tough. I don't think he's harder than Yellow Devil, but he is going to kill you faster, and he is harder to avoid attacks. So he's kind of harder than Yellow Devil. In normal mode, he's a joke. He's not that bad. He's not a joke, but in normal mode, he's not that bad. But in hard mode, oh my god, he moves way too fast. CWU can catch you off guard with how ridiculously fast he is. Basically, and I'm explaining this boss right up front because, you know, whatever. Whatever, we're getting to him anyway. Time for his introduction.
Intruders bad. Eliminate intruders. Intruders bad. Eliminate intruders.
Please, let me pass.
Negative. Must eliminate. Eliminate. Eliminate.
Okay, so there are like these 5 of these guys, just like the first game. You have to destroy the bubble, and when the bubble is destroyed, the robot core will be exposed. If you shoot the core once with any weapon, you know, be it 1 Mega Buster pellet, you will destroy the core, it will run, and it will come back in a much faster bubble. And again, the more you kill, the faster and faster and faster and faster and faster he goes. If you drain his bubble enough, you can hide on the left and right next to the walls so that he won't run into you and damage you. But generally, this guy moves way too fast in hard mode. And his laser is damn near unavoidable. I swear it's unavoidable. I know how to dodge it. It's just the water makes you move so much slower. And because it makes you move so much slower, trying to jump at the angle they want you to jump before the laser kills you is really freaking hard. The only tip I have for hard mode is that you have to drain this guy fast. If you're going to get hit by this guy, don't get hit by the laser. Intentionally run into his pod because that will do less damage than getting hit by the laser. Always take advantage of those guts blocks. You always want to hit him with those guts blocks in order to shave the bubble off that much quicker. He's gonna keep hitting you. That shit's unavoidable. At least it is for me. I can't really beat this guy without getting hit, so all I can do is focus on killing him before he kills me, and that's really my big tip. When you get a guts block, take advantage of it really fast before he destroys those guts blocks. Use them when you can, throw them at when you can, and that boss should be easy to beat. I have to be full health when I fight this guy. He just hits me way too much. In hard mode, anyway. In normal mode, he's not that bad, but in hard mode, goddamn, is Bubble Boss really annoying. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be going to the thrilling conclusion. We'll be going through the rest of Dr. Wily's castle in part 5. Toodles.